Hey everyone, welcome back to POA for you. My name is Leroy and today we're gonna do this next installment of the 2018 N Levels Paper 2 Question 1. Now, if you haven't already seen the previous video, part 1 of this video, please go and do that because it lays very important foundation for this question. I've explained 3 very important basic steps that we have to perform that would help us to populate the answers for part A and part B of this question seamlessly. So please go and watch that video before starting on this one. Now, if you think that a friend of yours could benefit from this video, please share it with your friends. This is a free resource and we want that to reach as many people as possible. So I'm gonna just jump right into this, and if you have any questions as you watch this video, please feel free to write and ask me a question in this channel, or write to me at poa4u@gmail.com. Email address is always on the top left hand corner of the worksheets that I work with. Alright, so if you've watched, if you're coming from the previous part 1 of this video, this would be very familiar to you. Step 1, step 2, journal entries, and step 3, reflecting the new balances in the journal entries, right? Having done this, I will now do the part A of this question, and I'm going to just do this thing first. Okay, now part A is the income statement, or in 2021 onwards is known as the statement of financial performance in your syllabus. Right, so we're going to put a statement of financial performance format here, and this is a trading company, and trading company always starts with sales revenue. So I'm going to pick up all the A's, right, that we've marked and transfer it here. So the first A is sales revenues, so sales revenues, and this is 266,425. Let's use the original number because there's no new number here. Then I'm going to mark this as done. And then sales return is the next one. I'm going to mark this as done. I'm going to transfer sales returns, and sales returns 1325, and then we have equals to this sales revenue less sales returns, and we have this is called net sales revenues. Okay, now after this we always less cost of sales, right? Less cost of goods sold. And cost of goods sold, I will spell it out for you. Cost of sales, and cost of sales is 186,730, and I'm going to mark this as done. So as I mark the stuff that is done, we don't have to worry about that anymore, and we just have to keep doing this. And this net sales revenues less cost of sales is what we call gross profits, and it is the direct profit, the profits from the direct profits from this buy and sell of whatever that this business was buying and selling. It could be computers, it could be shoes, it could be books, whatever. Okay, then we want to add other income. Okay, do they have any other income? Yes, discount received is an other income, so we put here discount received. Whoop. Okay, and then that amount is 465, and there's no more other income here, and then we continue with the other A's, less expenses. Okay, so we have motor vehicle expense. I'm going to abbreviate it a bit. Right, so I'm going to click this off, and how much is that? 9280. I've already done one mistake here, right? It shouldn't be 9280. There's a new balance here, so I always pick the new balance. So I have 8905. Okay, and then the next one is general expense, and general expense I'm going to click it off, and general expense is a new number as well. It's 11485. Good. Then the next one is wages and salaries, and rental. I'm going to just transfer these two together. Wages and salaries, rental, and wages and salaries is the whole amount, 48,300. Oops. And rental is 15,000. Okay, so all these A's have been transferred over here. Now we just have to look for if there's any other A's in the journal entry section. And there are 3 A's we got to move. So we're going to move the impairment loss on trade receivables first, and I'm going to move it up here, and then I'm going to move 452. I'm going to mark this as, oops, excuse me, I'm going to mark this as done. I'm going to put here 452, and then the next one is accumulated depreciation expense for motor vehicles. I'm going to call this 3,200, and then I'm going to mark this as done. And then we have depreciation for F&F, and then this one I'm going to mark this as done, and then I'm going to call to 250. That's it. All the A's have been moved here as well. So our statement of financial performance has been populated, all good. And then I'm going to sum up the expenses. So this profit and loss, I'm going to redo this here to say that this profit and loss, you take the gross profit, which is the profits from the directly from the buy and sell of your products, plus your other income, all right, which is discount received in this case, less all the expenses in the list. So you end up the year with a loss of 10757, right? Because it's negative. Okay, so this will go to B. I'm going to mark a B here because this will move into the statement of financial position in the equity section. And I'm going to show it to you now. I'm going to take this, I'm going to bring it below, and this is part A, right? We've already done part A. I'm going to take part B, the format in part B which I prepared here. I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so part B. Now part B starts with, again, we start with all those B's and we just transfer it over, right? And we always start our financial position, statement of financial position, with non-current assets. So I'm going to just put there motor vehicles, and then I'm going to put 20,000, which is the cost here. There's no new numbers. Then the accumulated depreciation, so I'm going to mark this here, done. Accumulated depreciation, I have to move this across, 4,000. Net book value equals to cost minus accumulated depreciation. That's kind of how we figure things out, right? And then we have the next fixed non-current asset, fixtures and fittings. I'm going to abbreviate it here, 15,000, and there's no new number. And the new number for the accumulated depreciation for F&F is 4,500, and net book value is 15,000 less 4,500. Okay, I'm going to add up the net book values of all my non-current assets, and I'm going to have it there. I'm going to mark those that I've done. So now we continue with the rest of the items. Current assets, inventory is a current asset, so I'm going to put it here, 19632, and then cash in hand is 55, and then I'm going to mark these two as done. Cash at bank, it indicates credit here because cash at bank, when it's a debit balance, it's an asset. When it's a credit balance, what is it? Yeah, it's a liability. So this cannot go into the current asset section, but it will go into the current liability section. So let's leave that first. Then I'll do trade receivables, right? Trade receivables. 46300. Okay. Sorry, I gotta put this here. And then what is always after trade receivables? I'm going to mark this as done. Yes, you're right. The allowance for impairment on trade receivables. So this part, I'm going to take this. I'm going to mark this as done. I'm going to move 1389. Remember, there is a new balance, right, for impairment. I'm going to use a short form here of TR. Okay, and this is 1389. And the net trade receivables balance is 44911. Now, any other assets that we have here that we need to move? These payables is a liability, drawings and capital, these are equity items. So nothing here, right? So let's go down to the journal entries. Yes, prepayment, all the B's, there are two B's that we need to transfer. One is an asset, prepaid motor vehicle expense. So we're going to put here prepaid motor vehicle expense, and we're going to indicate that this is 375. Okay, So all the assets we have done, right? We are going to sum this up. And that is it, right? And then we have a total asset of all my current asset plus my net book value of the non-current assets. So let's look at now the shareholders equity. Shareholders equity section, we have capital, and this would be consisting of something is wrong. I must have I must have messed with the format just now. Okay, I'm just gonna undo this. Pardon me. Just let me do this again, and this plus this. Okay, so let's go back to shareholders equity, and we have drawings and capital, right? These two items. So the capital, ending capital is always beginning capital. Here we have 79625 plus profits or loss, profits for the year, but in this case it's a loss, so we got to less 10757, right? So less 10757 and less drawings of 15160. Okay, so that's our ending capital, and then we have to drop it here, and that's your ending capital. Now I'm going to mark these two as done. Then current liabilities, we have cash at bank, required bank overdraft when it's a credit balance, right? Bank overdraft 1680, and then I'm going to mark that as done. And trade payables, I'm going to mark this as done. Trade payables, and that is 32675. And the last one, I haven't marked this as done. I remember I did this just now. There's one more item, general expense payable, which I'm going to bring across here, and this is 210, right? And I'm going to mark this as done. Okay, so everything is transferred over. I got all greens, which is a good sign. Then I'm going to add this. Now I'm going to take this plus this to be my total equity and liability, and I don't have a balance number. Okay, so this is good because it helps me understand where I may have gone wrong, and this is a troubleshooting that you may experience in your examination. I'm going to take one of the balances for total assets less my total equity and liabilities. I get 3200, right? 3200 is the difference, and this is total assets. Right, 320 is the difference, and that is so familiar. 320 is here, so the error must be somewhere here. Okay, so let me look at the depreciation items. Did I transfer my depreciation, accumulated depreciation, correctly? This 7200, I brought in 4000, right? So I can see that this is the mistake. I changed this to 7200, and my balance sheet balance, my statement of financial performance now balances. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you, I would advise you to redo this question yourself and compare it with my answers. If you don't understand certain parts, relook at the video. If you don't understand that, reach out to me on this channel or send me an email. Okay, and of course share this with your friends. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that when I got new content, you will receive that immediately. Okay, and if you have any questions that you want me to try, if you have a question paper that you've been kind of bothered about, send it to me, right? And send me your area of difficulty, and I'll be happy to do a video of that for you. Okay, so been enjoyable for me. Thank you so much, and you have a good day. Bye bye.